Warner, class of 2020.
And I'm Jeffrey Schultz, class of 2020.
We are sorry for the delay. We had a little technical difficulties, but we're here now. Scores 5-0 with 6:40 left in the first quarter, so barely missing anything. He just missed two great shots by Nicolati starting the game. Let's talk about our starters. We have Caleb Coro we'll go for St. Pat's first. We have Caleb Coro, the junior, Dom Nicolati, the junior and senior, Tamaris Brown, the sophomore, and Nick Trophy, the senior. For Guerin Prep, we have number 4, Matt Gallagher, number 12, Anthony Zula, number 22, number 23, Jimmy Doheny, number 31, Tyler O'Connell, and number 34, Andrew Main. St. Pat's in the ball. That's Nick Trophy with the ball, passing it to Caleb Coro. Going into this matchup, the Shamrocks are 7-1. Their only loss was to Wheaton North, and last game was last Saturday when the Shamrocks beat Montini Catholic 83-59. Guerin Prep coming in at 0-8. Last game last Friday when they played Wheaton Academy and lost 80-48.
So what are some big things you're looking out for here tonight, Jack?
Well, so the Shamrocks are favored to win tonight, and it is our first real game here commentating against Caleb Coro. Hits the three. Great pass, I think, from Nick Trophy. And Guerin Prep calls the timeout. Perfect for us to really explain what the viewers have missed. So, we started off the game with 3 great possessions from St. Pat's. We started off with a Caleb Coro pass to Nick Galati to hit the three-pointer. Then we have Caleb Coro passing it to Nicolati, driving into the paint to hit getting a free throw. And we have Caleb Coro taking the shot, which went in from Nick Trophy. Guerin Prep is currently at 0 points, and we have 5:39 left on this clock. So we are back up to speed. But before this game, let's talk about the sophomores. Sophomores played Guerin Prep Frostoff team. Score was 66-32. St. Pat's won. The 2 sophomores that really stood out in that game for me was Jamal Keys and Andrew Ayeni.
I agree.
Jamal,
That was a great game from the sophomores. They
yes.
obliterated Guerin's freshman sophomore team.
Jamal Keys started off the game hot, hitting, I think, his first 5 three-pointers right away, and really giving the Shamrocks an early lead, which they were leading 40 to, I think, 12 at one point, which was really just, the game was over and the team started to slow down as Guerin's passing the ball in. Shamrocks using a full court press. Nick Trophy gets the steal, passes it to Nick, but Nick loses it. Guerin's going to be taking it down the court. But it's going to be a jump ball. Ooh, it's a jumper stolen. They're giving it a jump ball, but it looks like Shamrocks had possession of it anyways. No, they're saying Guerin has possession of the ball. So it is Guerin ball. 8-0, 5:28 left in the first quarter. Number 4, Matt Gallagher passing ball in, and it's going to be tipped away. Still Guerin ball. So Jeffrey, from this initial basically 2 minutes, what have you seen from St. Pat's differently?
I've seen some pretty aggressive play to start the game, and I think that if we keep playing this way, it's going to be another blowout like the last game, because we're starting off 8-0, and they get an air ball because of the foul. But Shamrocks have played good defense, and they've obviously had some good passing, leading to some scores that have gotten us an early at a lead.
Those substitutions have yet been made, as it looks like who else but Caleb Coro taking up the ball for the Shamrocks. Passing it to Tamaris. Tamaris brings it in, dumps it out to, I think that's Dom Galati right there, who makes the shot.
Again, like I said, the Shamrocks with another great sequence of passing, leading to another open shot, which is getting them this early double-digit lead.
Something also very impressive for the Shamrocks is that they've hit their first 3 three-pointers in a row. As Guerin misses the ball in the full court pass to Nick Galati, who passes it to Caleb Coro, and he dumps it in.
Shamrock starting hot again.
Yeah, 13-0 already. 4:30 left in this first quarter. Guerin taking the ball down. Stuck, passes it out of bounds. It's going to be St. Pat's ball again as we have 2 subs coming in. It looks like Ben Gouchman and Michael Hamilton coming in for the Shamrocks. Only 4. Oh no, there's Dom Gladi on the court. Okay, I thought they only had 4 at a time. Dom Gladi bringing that. Really? Ooh! Draws the foul. Looked like he hit the paint a little bit hard, but looks like he's not. He's doing all fine. Looks like Michael Hamilton will take out the ball for the Shamrocks. Giving it to Tamaris. Tamaris gives it to Caleb. Caleb with the ball, top of the key. Dribbles it in. Passes it to Ben. Ben passes it back to Dom. Dom passes it to Tamaris. Tamaris will take it in himself and make it. Tamaris gets on the board for the first time today, and Dom Gladi picks up 8 assists.
Halfway through this first quarter, Shamrocks up 15-0. Very, very hot start. And Guerin yet to be on the board.
Something interesting about this is that there hasn't been too many rebounds yet to start this game.
Yeah, it's been a lot of well, that's because the Shamrocks are making a lot of baskets.
Well, they're
making
making
a lot of inbounds for Guerin.
Yeah, exactly. The Shamrocks have forced a bunch of turnovers as Ben Gouchman takes the shot but misses it. That's a rebound by Michael Hamilton. And Guerin will get the rebound there. And I think that's Don Michi. Yes, Don Michi with the first points for Guerin Prep.
Dom Nietzsche, along with a couple other former classmates of ours, making a big return here tonight for St. Pat's for their first time in a couple months.
Guerin now taking the ball down as St. Pat's has kind of gone cold on the offensive side. Still leading 15-2 though, with 2:50 left in this first quarter. Guerin now passing the ball around. Good shot fake. Passes it to the corner. The shot is up, but it is no good. And Michael Hamilton again getting another rebound. As this Dom Gladi passes out to Caleb Coro. Caleb Coro with the shot and banks it in. Dom Gladi picks up an assist, and Caleb Coro picks up some more points, leading the team with 8 so far. Guerin Prep now bringing up the ball, top of the key, like always, and
calling out another timeout. We're not even through the first quarter yet. I called 2 timeouts.
Maybe Coach Bailey called the timeout there. I am not sure, because it seemed like Coach Bailey got up quicker. But no matter what, a timeout has just been called, and I would not be surprised if substitutions are made. All right, Jeffrey, so far, what do you think St. Pat's is going to, what do you think Coach Bailey's saying to the team?
Just keep it going. I mean, what else can you ask for? We get an 18-2 lead, 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. We're playing really good defense, obviously, because we've only given up 1 basket. And then we've obviously been playing really good offense, because we almost got 20 points in the first quarter. We're pacing at about 70, 80 points this way, which is the highest scoring game for high school basketball, as far as I'm concerned.
Nick Chofie and Nick Galati. The Knicks are back into the game. Tamaris and Ben are out. St. Pat's using that patent 1-3-1 defense that Coach Bailey was testing out this year. Well, tested out last year, and it's really their own way of playing this year. Is that Nick Chofie to Nick Galati.
More great passing leading to more scoring. That's been the big thing for the Shamrocks, along with some great defense that's gotten us going with an already 18-point lead.
Guerin trying to get a shot off, but no, and Michael Hamilton will get himself another rebound. Nick Chofie to the corner to, I think that's Nick Galati. Yes, it is, and he gives himself another. Nick Galati, first one to reach double digits today for the Shamrocks. Guerin, of course, getting stuck by this pressuring defense that St. Pat's got, but gets a shot off, and it's in.
Second make it a whole game.
I think that was Jimmy Doheny getting his first basket of the game. That's Nick Galati, though, getting right back at it. Nick Galati at 13 points already. a great pass coming from Caleb Cora. But Guerin comes back and scores, and St. Pat's almost scores, but Michael Hamilton gets another rebound. That's Dom Galati making a shot. Again, pass from Caleb Cora. Dom Galati has 2 shots today, and he's made both of them, and they've both been 3-pointers. Something very promising to see.
And his brother having an equally as
Dominant
performance.
Dom
Galati already in double digits.
Dom Galati, last year was a great presence. Great teammate, great guy in the locker room. But last year he struggled to hit his shot sometimes, and he would go through times where it looked like he never made one. But I mean, throughout this season, Dom Galati has been one of the best scorers on this team.
Leading to our 7-1 record.
All right. Nick Chofie draws the foul, going up on the layup, looking to get his first points of the night. We have a 29-6 score. Shamrocks lead with 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Nick Chofie on the line for the Shamrocks. What's up? Ooh. There was a wind coming. There was a wind. That's why, didn't go in perfectly. It doesn't matter. He's got the second one to make up for that. Great shot from that last one. Ooh, misses both. Tough thing. That's a thing that the Shamrocks luckily probably won't have to worry about tonight. But when it comes to close games in the future, those free throws are going to be crucial for the Shamrocks.
For sure, especially against powerhouse teams with
Dom Galati takes a half-court shot, but it's nowhere near. And that leads to the end of the first quarter. Shamrocks 29, Guerin Crusaders 6. All right, Jeffrey. Take me through the mindset. Coach Bailey right now in the huddle. He's telling his team what?
Keep it going. I mean, what more can he ask for? You got over a 20-point lead, and we're just starting the second quarter. We almost got great offense. We almost got 30 points put on the board. Guerin not even in double digits. That pressuring defense, full court press, 1-3-1, and it's just been a great all-around performance. Offensively and defensively.
What do you think St. Pat's is going to try and do more in the second quarter?
I really can't give you an honest answer to that question. I mean, we've done everything. I mean, the only thing that's really been lacking in this game is rebounding. And that's only really because the Shamrocks aren't really missing, but the Shamrocks are doing a great job of rebounding, obviously. They're stopping Guerin, sucking up those rebounds, going back down the court and getting buckets. I mean, they've just had an all-around great performance.
Well, I mean, sucking up the rebounds. What rebounds have been there to get? Because, I mean, clearly St. Pat's defense has been working wonders. Because we went for 4 minutes in the game before St. Pat's got their first rebound. And that was just because they were making their shots, and Guerin was just passing the ball terribly, which is probably one of the reasons why Guerin is so far back. But again, at the end of that first quarter, their passing was starting to quick up and really get crisper. So I think Guerin can maybe stage a little bit of a comeback, but is it too far gone yet? As they take the shot and hit it right away. Great shot made by number 34, Andrew Main. St. Pat's has Tamaris. He's driving in himself, and it barely misses. Guerin now taking the ball down. Again, stuck with that defense, but it looks like Guerin has a passing attack to beat this defense right now. Let's see how well it will work. His ball gets to the corner, and it goes, I think, out of bounds again. No, it will be Guerin ball, actually. It will be Guerin ball. We have a lineup of Ben Gouchouin, Tamaris Brown. That looks like Jackson Gitterly, Dom Galati, and Nick Galati. Guerin are going to have their first free throw opportunities of the night. If Guerin can dominate in this part of the game, Guerin's going to keep this game close because the Shamrocks are a team that like to get dirty. Not dirty in the bad way, but dirty in the good way. And where they like to go in the paint, they like to make some action, and they like to make sure that they're dominating in the defensive part of the game. And that might lead to some fouls, but it also leads to some great defense that makes teams cautious of passing. As we got Nicolati passing it in, but it gets stolen. So Guerin's defense sort of on lockdown. We've gone through a minute so far in the second quarter. We got 6:50 on the clock, and St. Pat's has still not scored. Guerin, though, getting stuck passing the ball around and finding another passing option. So it looks like Guerin has found their passing option, but Tamaris will rack up that rebound as that shot was nowhere close. Dom Galati brings it down. Jackson Gitterly will miss the shot, though. And they're going to say off St. Pat's. Guerin Prep ball.
Guerin Prep coming out with a little bit of force here in the second quarter, playing a lot better defense already. I don't know where they were in the first quarter. They should have been playing this way all along.
I don't know if it's as much as the defense, but as much as St. Pat's really carrying momentum from their defensive stop. As there you go, Dom Galati gets the ball, passes it to Nick, and Nick passes it to Jackson, who gets fouled on the way up. St. Pat's looking to make their first free throw of the night. They're currently 0-2 on the free throw side.
Now, Jack, if you're Guerin and you're that coach, what are you telling your teammates at that break that we just had?
Well, I'm saying, game's not over, That last quarter, we kind of went on a little run. We have a passing game that's kind of working right now. As long as we keep our passes crisp and we keep the defensive momentum going, we have a chance of getting back into this game and potentially winning. As St. Pat's has yet to hit a free throw, 0 for 4 so far. Guerin Prep bring the ball down. Some quick passing, top of the key, and Guerin barely keeps that ball. Stuck in the corner now, but passes it back up top. In the corner, takes the shot, and it is off. And that's Nicolati getting his first rebound of the game, bringing it down. Giving it back to his brother Dom. Dom dribbling it in, tosses it to Tamaris, and Tamaris will make the shot, getting their first points of the quarter. That's currently Jackson on ball. Dom now guarding in the corner. But that's Jackson up top. That's Nicolati right on here. This 1-3-1 defense at St. Pat's is very interesting because you're kind of pressing, but you're kind of not, because you have the one guy who's on the baseline. You have one guy basically on the half court. And you got 3 guys in the middle of them, kind of just going after who's ever around them. And they're so mobile and so quick that they're really getting to the ball every time it's passed, which is, a huge advantage right now. As that's Caleb Coro, pass from Dom Galati, does not go in, but that's Michael Hamilton getting the board and putting it back up. Michael Hamilton will pick up his first points of the game. Guerin now bring the ball down. 5 minutes left in this second quarter. 33-10. Shamrock lead as... they're going to go... I think they're giving Dom Galati with the reach. No, I think they're calling it travel, maybe. That looks like what it is. Guerin now bringing up with a press, but Caleb Coro will beat that. Just takes care of the ball, dribbles it around, trying to find his teammates. That's Michael Hamilton in the game, as I just said. Dom Galati takes the shot. It is off. And it looks like Nick Trophy also subbed back into the game. Guerin now bringing down the ball. 4:40 left in this second quarter. They're just trying to find something, trying to find a good pass. Gets close, but Michael Hamilton will grab himself another board. Nicolati to the corner. Nick Trophy with the shot. Off. Shamrock's a little bit cold right now, but still playing some great defense, making sure that their lead is still large. But Guerin will get the easy 2 points.
That was a nice pass into the paint. I think if you're doing right now, if you're the Shamrocks, I think you just need to slow it down. And realize that you can keep the tempo where you want it, because they're playing really fast like they were in that first quarter, and it's obviously not working out too well for them. We're only at 4 points ourselves in the quarter, getting with 29. And I just think you need to slow things down, figure things out, maybe even call a timeout if you're Coach Bailey, and just regroup a little bit. And that's how I think you start playing the way you were in the first quarter again.
Potentially, but I also think that the Shamrocks are, I wouldn't say taking the foot off the gas, but they're really just trying to, that's Nicolati to Michael Hamilton. But I think they're just trying to get this game and try and really just win in the paint now. Try and really slow down possession, making sure this clock is running out, because they don't want to really make this a high fast game, and then Guerin gets a couple shots down and it's a really close game, as they just did right there. Guerin now with the ball. That's St. Pat's with the ball. Nicolati takes the shot. Misses it as Michael Hamilton tries to put the put back, but it does not go in. And that's Damici again drawing the foul for Guerin Prep. So lead only at 20 right now. For the St. Oh no foul for Dom Nicolati. It's going to be St. Pat's ball. Caleb Currow takes the ball down. Dom Nicolati with the screen. Dom Nicolati drives it in, hits the layup, and it's good. Some great play out of these Shamrocks, and a big 2 points really for the Shamrocks, as they've been cold this quarter. Guerin just passing the ball around, trying to get a shot off, and they do, but it's going to be off the mark. Caleb Currow will take the shot himself, and it's off. Nick Trophy tries to get the rebound, but it will be knocked out by Guerin Pratt. 2:30 left in this second quarter. Shamrocks 37, Guerin Pratt 15. And it looks like a whole team sub, as we got Caden Conley, Ben Gouchouin. I think that's it looks like Jack Brannick, Jackson Gitterly, and Nick Bermero in the game now. Nick Bermero tosses the ball to Jackson. There was a foul called, I'm not sure. Oh, I think it was a moving screen call on St. Pat's. So it's going to be Guerin ball, whole team sub by St. Pat's. Do you think that was a smart decision, Jeffrey?
I do, because you want to end the half on a fresh note with some people that have not necessarily been playing that much, and now going into the third quarter, you're going to have all those starters again fresh coming out. So that's always, I think that's a smart decision by Coach Bailey.
Caden Conley gets the board for St. Pat's. As Nikolai Bermero brings out the ball, slips a little bit, passes it to Jack Brannick. Jack Brannick takes the shot, and it will be off. St. Pat's shooting has not been on point this quarter, but they've still kept a demanding defensive lead. St. Pat's really just punishing Guerin for having the ball in someone's hands for too long. Ben Gouchouin will get the board. Passes it to Nikolai Bermero. Bermero to Jackson. Jackson with the ball, stuck, tries to find a pass, gives it to Brannick. Brannick to Bermero. Bermero to Ben, Ben to Jackson. Jackson to Jack. Jack to Nick, Nick to Ben. Ben will bring it in himself, and it will just be off, as Guerin will get the rebound. A minute left in this second quarter. Guerin will bring down the ball right now. Passes it out. They're really attacking the wings. They haven't gone too much to the left side, though. First time really doing that. They've all been favoring the right side. Let's see if they get some left side action, see if it does anything for them. Guerin will draw the foul, though. Looks like the sub is coming in. It's the sophomore, Sergio, coming in for Jack Brannick. Sergio played in the sophomore game. Played a very good game for the first quarter that he played in, but kind of just sat the rest of the game and let some other sophomores play for him. And foul is called. We have 39 seconds left in this first half. The score is 37 Shamrocks, 15 Guerin Prep.
Jack, going into halftime is almost under a minute. Well, if you're each coach, what do you tell them each team?
Well, if I'm St. Pat's, I'm saying don't let our shooting discourage us. We're playing a good game. We're passing the ball well. We're playing great defense. as Caden misses a shot there. As long, shots are going to fall when they fall, all right? So I wouldn't worry about the shots so far, and I would just wait the game out, have no pressure, and just keep on playing the game as you're playing. And if I'm Guerin, I'm saying, you know what? The score might not say that we're doing too well right now, but if you really look at what the past scores, this past quarter, we've really been playing well. Missing free throw there, that's not good for them. They gotta make those if they want a chance of coming back. But I'm saying, you know what? We gotta take the most out of the opportunities we have. And if Guerin can execute on the opportunities they receive, as they clearly were not right there, as they missed both their free throws, but in the future, they might have the opportunity to come back into this game. We got 10 seconds left in this second quarter. Van Gouchon and Nick with the ball. Loses it a little bit, passes it to Caden. Caden will give the ball to Nick, but passes it to Ben. Ben with Jackson. Jackson takes the shot and it will be off, so that will end the first half. Shamrocks lead 37-15. Some of the key moments from this half. Nick Galati led the team in scoring with 13 points. Michael Hamilton led the team in rebounds with 7. And Caleb Coro led the team in assists with 5. During the halftime, we will be sharing some interviews I had with some of the players. Senior and currently with 8 points and 3 rebounds, Dom Galati, and sophomore Tamaris Brown, currently with 4 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. We'll be giving out those interviews in just a minute. Hi, I'm Jack Warner, class of 2020, and I'm here with
Tamaris Brown, class of 2022.
So, as you can tell, we have different class ages. You are a sophomore on varsity. Why are you excited being a sophomore on varsity?
Yeah, I'm very excited. This is my first year on varsity, and I'm starting on varsity, so
Right.
It feels good to be on varsity.
And you were a freshman on the sophomore team last year,
Yes.
right? So you've always been playing up, so
Yeah.
enjoying that. And then my next question is, what sort of ability do you bring to the varsity team that no one else really can?
Bring my passion. Since I'm the youngest on the team,
Mhm.
I get to get everybody hyped and get the crowd going.
Mhm.
Like I'm like that energetic person on the team.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Tamaris, for the interview, and I hope you have a good game out there tonight.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jack Warner, class of 2020, and I'm here with...
I'm Dom McLeody. I'm a senior in class 2020.
And Dom's part of our basketball team this year, and as I know you are one of the captains on this team, how does it feel to be a captain?
Yeah, it feels great, dude. Like, I always get bossed around, kind of like following orders. Now this year I can like finally take over and like be the leader. And I like being a leader, so it's kind of fun.
What would you say is like the biggest thing you've done as a captain so far?
Control the game, kind of like if we're the pace. If we're like if we're down, gotta calm everybody down. We gotta get the game back to our hands.
Which is a crucial part. And then talking about the game too, what has been the biggest improvement from last year?
Our 31 defense for sure, and I feel like this year we're a lot more connected. Like even like after basketball games, we were hanging out after school, we're all hanging out together, and it's like more of a bond.
Mm-hmm.
But for sure, our 31 defense has formed a lot better than last year because last year was our first year doing it, so it was pretty cool.
Thank you, Dom. Good luck out there tonight.
Thanks, Jack. Appreciate it.
Your Shamrocks will compete in the 46th annual Jack Dodge Holiday Classic over the Christmas break with games beginning on Thursday, December 26th at North Community High School. The Shamrocks will play Mapleville North at 4:30 on Thursday, December 26th. The sophomores will play in the Dennis Durham Memorial Holiday Tournament at St. Joseph High School in Westchester, Illinois. They tip off against Wheaton Waterville their first game on Thursday, December 26th at 5:30.
Alrighty, Shamrock fans, we are back for the second half. Before we start, we gotta give a quick shout out. Mr. Doyle wants to give a shout out to Mr. Larry Sullivan of a Christ the King Church. Of course, he's a family friend, but of course, watching us tonight. So we gotta thank you.
It's great to see this channel getting so many viewers.
We gotta thank you, Father Sullivan.
Every season, this channel, it's just grown and grown by the season. I remember one point last year when we had the game against ND, there was over 100 viewers in that game.
Right.
And this channel, it's great to see it's growing every year, and it's only should get better from here.
Nicolati gets the rebound and brings it down the court. Nicolati starting Pats with a great first, really, possession of the, probably great first couple seconds of the second half. As that's
Shamrock's
Tamaris
come out
with
with
the ball.
some more
Tamaris is
defense.
taking it himself and gets the points. Some things I really liked about the interview with Tamaris and Dom Gladi. First for Tamaris, talking about his high energy for a game and really the sort of passion he brings that other kids might not have. And I mean, for him, it's a great thing for him to start. And I really appreciate it. I mean, for him to say that, he's a very humble guy, but he always likes to point out that, he's a sophomore, but still starts. But, there's a point where, you could be a little less humble than you should be, right?
Of course, but it's always good, nonetheless, when it comes to the end of the day. You have a team player like that.
Of course.
Who humbles you, especially that's so young and that's looking to the future, like for the next 2 years, because he's going to be here for 2 more years. It's just always good to have someone that's like that, because when you're in a bad time and you're down on yourself, somebody like that can bring you up and really get some team spirit going for you.
But that's Galati to Galati. Dom getting double-digit points on the night now. Second to do that after Nick. And then, speaking of Dom Galati, let's talk about his interview. So as he said in an interview, he's currently a team captain. And something that he truly deserves, as a guy,
Sure.
a guy who's been working on this St. Pat's team, even before he came to St. Pat's, doing the St. Pat's St. Pat's basketball camps, and the St. Pat's Travel League team for young kids, which, I was on, and I don't like to brag, but of course I was carrying him, right? That was a joke. But Dom, guy who's really been putting in work to his game forever, really, it seems like. And he's really earned the respect of the team and has the ability to control the team's pace and make sure everyone is having a great team bond, which has really been one of the key points of this really team this year, of that team's past. This Shamrock team just seems like a team that's so much more connected than any team that we've ever watched. And one thing that's being shown that we've talked about today is defense, and that's one key thing that St. Pat's has gotten better at in the past couple of years.
And like you said, Dom Galati's been working for a long time, especially what I've noticed from last year to this year is that the jump shot. Because like you said earlier, there were times last year that it looked like he just couldn't make a shot. And this year, today especially, and obviously the whole year because we're 8-1, or 7-1, and through 8 games, is that jump shot for Dom Galati. And like you said, he's a team captain this year because he's been working on that, and this is a big reason is him. And that's why we have that big 7-1 record.
Guerin trying to get something going and gets the and one. Scores 43-21 with the and one opportunity coming, with 5:22 left in this third quarter.
Number 30, Guerin Brown is first. Teams first, Anthony Jewell at the line for the Crusaders, shooting.
Former classmate of ours, Anthony Zulu, at the line for 2 shots. Guerin tonight has not made 1 free throw, I believe. What are they?
No. They are 2 and 4. We have
2 for 4. We have not made a free throw. So Guerin's still 2 for 5 at the free throw line tonight. That's still 40%. They need to improve that because if they're down 22, they've nearly gotten doubled up. They have gotten doubled up. So if you're looking to get back into this game, you need to make the most of your possessions, make good passes, and especially if you get to the free throw line, you need to be capitalizing on that for sure.
Tamaris to the pass to Nick Galati, who gets 18 on the night now. Oh, not Nick Galati, I mean. Sorry, that was Nick Chofie with the shot. Not Nick Galati, Nick Chofie. My bad. Getting answered, those were his first points of the night. Pierre No will draw the foul. No, Jeffrey. As we said, you gotta make those shots to have an opportunity of coming back. But St. Pat's, what do you think is more important? Keeping the defense to a high pace, or keeping it to such a high, high stress situation, or having their offense sort of get back on track and try to go back to the bread and butter?
There's a good old phrase I like. It says, defense wins championships. And that's, I think, exactly what they mean what the Shamrocks need to do. Because based on what you've been telling me, Guerin has not got a win this season. And most of their games, probably, like the last one, they only scored not much more than the Shamrocks already have. I think their last loss was 80-48. So if the Shamrocks keep this defense going the way they have, and obviously if they keep making possessions like that on offense, they're going to get an easy one tonight. But of course, I think that if the offense is kind of cold, we already have enough points where if we hold them, we probably could get a win.
Well, we're officially doubled up on them now.
Exactly, 48-24. About halfway through this third quarter. So if you're Guerin, what are you trying to do right now? How are you coming back? What is your thought process, especially if you're the coach?
Sort of just try and keep on doing what you're doing, even though it doesn't seem like they're making too much of a dent or they're really making an effort at all. Guerin has been doing some effective things that's gone through this St. Pat's defense. They've just not executed to the precision that other teams can. And they have not stood up to the moment. They have not stepped up. They have not really captured and not really taken their basically free chances that they get. And they keep on wasting their opportunities.
Like that right there, wide open shot.
You gotta hit that.
Off the mark. If you're coming back and you keep getting possessions like that and you're not capitalizing, there's no way that they're going to be coming back to that.
Correct. Guerin has really stepped up their defense.
They have. Since the first quarter, they've given up not nearly as many points as they have in the first quarter. Literally 2 quarters in. 2 quarters past the first quarter, and they have not even given up the same amount of points. We have believe at 29 at the first, and now we've only got about 20 more since then, so the next 2 quarters after. So Guerin has stepped up their defense, but what they need to really improve on is their passing. This whole game, the big thing that they haven't been able to doing is the Shamrocks obviously forcing turnovers too. But Guerin has had a lot of sloppy passing, leading to Shamrock easy possessions.
Oh, a close dunk as Mike Hamilton gets 1 rebound, gets 2 rebounds.
And you know what? Look at the free line, looking to capitalize. Make this a 27-point game.
Michael Hamilton, one half of the way through of getting a double-double right now. He is at 10 rebounds, currently at 6, hopefully making it 7 points and getting the first free throw on for the Shamrocks. That's 7 for Michael Hamilton. And that's the first free throw made for the Shamrocks. Michael Hamilton gets a steal, passes it to Dom Vladi.
Something I've noticed from Coach Bailey this whole game is like I just counted there's 8 seniors on this team. Something I've noticed this whole game is he's really not putting a lot of seniors in. I like what he's doing. He's looking ahead already to next year. He's putting in some of those kids that are going to come back next year and look to make the most of his team for the long term. I really like that because I don't think he's put Joe Fanning in yet today.
Well, Joe Fanning is out with injury.
But mostly, he really hasn't put a lot of seniors in. He's putting a lot of sophomores and juniors in, guys he's looking to come in next year. It's something I really like, and I really didn't notice it too much last year with Coach Bailey. It's something I noticed he's doing with this game specifically, but I like it.
I think there was 5 seniors in the game so far for St. Pat's. They have, but you see, a very interesting point you made. Even though there's been 5 seniors, there has been a maximum of at least 3 on the court at the same time. So a level that's usually dominated by upperclassmen has had been influenced by a couple, well, of course, juniors being considered upperclassmen, but a couple sophomores really making an impact for themselves. It's Caleb Coro, one of those juniors, taking a shot but just misses it. As Michael Hamilton will pick up another rebound. Dom Glady off with the shot. It is 51-24, a minute 40 left in this third quarter. Guerin taking the ball up slowly, which is not the thing they should be doing right now, in my opinion. They really got to start pressuring up, and they really got to start the momentum, and they really got to start making this game quick and keep the pace.
Another sloppy pass leading to an easy Shamrock possession that's going to go.
Oh!
And that's a Tamaris Brown.
He's going to get himself double-digit points with that dunk right here. And what a dunk it was, making the fans go a little bit crazy here at the Battle of Belmont rivalry. Guerin now. I'm not gonna say it because it's only the third quarter, but that could be the moment that this game really became a game that the Shamrocks have won. Because that's really just a huge momentum booster for the Shamrocks. I mean, talking about high energy, Tamaris brought that up in his interview, and guess what? He's bringing it onto the court. That's Ben Gouchon picking up a rebound for the Shamrocks. Dom Glady bringing it up the court. Passes it to Tamaris. Tamaris will pass it to Caleb. Caleb back to Tamaris. Tamaris to Dom Glady. Dom Glady to Caleb. Caleb with the ball now. Looks like they're killing off the clock. We got around 25 seconds left. It looks like that's what Coach Bailey wants to do. The Bailey special, as I like to call it.
Yeah, I was just about to say something that it's a point I was thinking of earlier, and I really didn't notice it in the first half, which is why I didn't say anything, which is kind of odd because always last year during our games, if you remember, maybe about a minute and a half left, and he had the ball. Coach Bailey would just hold the ball until the last ticking seconds.
They did not hold it until the last ticking minutes, but Caleb Coro will pass it to Tamaris, and Tamaris will get 13 points on the game, hitting his first three-pointer of the night.
And a huge momentum boost with that dog.
Oh yeah, well I mean let's just talk about Tamaris right now. He's got 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Good all-around night, a little bit of everything.
I mean, just truly great performance from Tamaris as we're going into this fourth quarter. I don't know if it's too early to say it, but I think he might be the player of the game. But he's
actually with that fan favorite dunk probably that's going to be talked about for quite a while here.
Of course, there's close runners up with Nick Galati, who didn't really have that much of a third quarter, but his first half was excellent with 15 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Or, of course, Michael Hamilton, who's currently working on a double-double opportunity with 11 rebounds right now and 7 points. St. Pat's looking to just close out this game and trying to keep the lead. Of course, if you didn't make it to this game, thank you for watching. And if you can't make it to tomorrow's game against Loyola Academy, we will be on. I will be here with I will be here and co-anchoring with me tomorrow will be Junior Perry Lewis. Shamrocks, we got Nick Chofie in there. That looks like Michael Hamilton, Dom Glady. I think that's Caleb, and I'm not sure who the fourth person is. Oh, it's going to be Nick Glady. Oh, the starters are back into the game. Oh, no, the starters besides Tamaris is Michael Hamilton's in the game for Tamaris. Caleb with the ball, though. Gives it to Dom to Nick, Nick to Nick. Makes me laugh every time if Nick Glady takes a shot but does not go in. But Nick Chofie gets the rebound, passes it out to Caleb. Caleb will pass it in, and it will be tipped off. Guerin Prep.
Now Guerin down by 32 to be exact.
We got a running clock going actually for St.
They really, Tom, the clock is their biggest enemy right now. Do you agree with that statement?
Oh
Jack?
yeah. I don't know if it's the biggest enemy, but it's the thing that's gonna cost them if they do want to do anything wrong. St. Pat's, they just gotta make their possessions last long, and they gotta make sure they do not relax on the defensive side of the court. As that's Nick Glady getting himself a rebound. That's 3 on the night for him. As they're gonna go call a foul there on the ground though. So St. Pat's is gonna take the ball out. Oh wait, yeah, that's what it was. 56 to 24, 6:40 left in this game. Nick Chofie gets the ball from the corner, passes it out to Caleb Coro, and it looks like there's going to be a foul called. All right, Jeff. Out of all of these players tonight, which one do you think will be a big will have the same impact on tomorrow's game?
I think it's either going to be Tamaris Brown or Dom Glady. And the reason I say that is, or even Michael Hamilton, because he's nearly got a double-double.
Right.
And even Tamaris Brown with that huge dunk, probably a huge morale boost for them, the whole team. And of course, Nick Glady or Dom Glady, both having great games here tonight. And if you have a good game, it's only going to boost your morale more, and it's going to lead you to a lot of great games in the future.
Well, I mean, if Michael Hamilton isn't the MVP of the game, he is most definitely the sixth man of the game. As he's the only starter with more than 5 points on the night. It's really been a starter-dominated game if you look at it. You got 8 from Caleb, you got 10 from Dom, you got 15 from Nick, you got 13 from Tamaris, you got 3 from Nick, and you have the 7 from Mike. Nick Glady with the shot. Did I say 15? I meant to say 18 for Nick Glady. Because I think that was Caleb Coro with the pass. Caleb Coro having a really dominating, silent but dominating game. With 7 assists with, he also has 10 points. I'm sorry, not 8, 10 points.
He's nearly got a double-double.
Now he's got 12. And that's a pass from Tamaris.
Shamrocks hit 60 plus. 61 to
Oh, not Tamaris. I mean, Nick Chofie. My bad.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Jake. Is this a 37-point game right now?
You are right, Jeffrey. It's a game where the Shamrocks just gotta play healthy. They gotta avoid injury at this point. Michael Hamilton gets another rebound.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jack. Avoid injury is a big one, and especially with Joe Fanning out, like you said.
And it looks like St. Pat's is going to do a mass substitution against the starters. Will probably take the rest of the night off.
As I was about to say, Jack, about 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in this game. Like you said, Joe Fanning's a big part of this team, and he's out with injury, unfortunately. Hopefully he's back. But obviously, we've been doing a great job without him. What about if we win this game, we're going to be 8-1. Our first 9 games, which is almost a 900 winning rate. And in a game like this, where you've doubled up a team and hopefully nearly tripled the team, you want to avoid injury and put in some players that haven't gotten a lot of minutes necessarily and would like some time, which I think. And of course, once you get those players that really want to play daily specials, that's it.
Just grinding out the clock.
You gotta grind out the clock and get the win, get the easy win.
And, Joe Fanning not being here. 2 guys that have really stepped it up. have been Tamaris and Mike. You know, two guys who've had great games tonight. But those guys are in the same boat as Joe Fanning is. Ooh, we got a collision there. Tough hit. Looks like both players are okay though. But you see, Joe Fanning, you know what he brings? Joe Fanning is the biggest guy, and he usually is the biggest guy on the court. He's 6'6", 320. It's hard for someone to stop him. And what he brings, he's the dominant post presence. But what Tamaris and Mike bring are more athletic, I'm not going to say athletic, but more speed off the perimeter and the ability to really stretch the floor. And that's something you see, but so Tamaris and Mike have sort of been in a center role, but I feel like they're going to do great in the forward role when Joe Fanning comes back. And you really just, St. Pat's goes from a team that has some size to a team that's known for size and speed. And that's going to be something that St. Pat's will hopefully use a lot during their next, in the next month, in a month when Joe Fanning comes back.
It's always good to have a team, like you said, with size, speed, all around abilities, what's leading to a great record for us this season so far. Hopefully continuing the season on that with that same momentum and perseverance that we've had so far.
We got 2 minutes left in this game. Shamrocks lead 61-24. And that's, I think, Will Zoo getting his first action of the game, getting a rebound. Passes it to Bryant. Bryant to Antonio, who drains the three. Bryant, a sophomore on the team, another sophomore, who had a great game against this sophomore team from Guerin. And really just plays hard, as does Sergio too. So it looks like the sophomores are getting an opportunity to come out and play. But some of the seniors too, as this John Ernst gets his own rebound and scores. The seniors on the team getting the opportunity to score as we hit 1:20 left on the clock. Guerin taking another shot off the mark. Is just going to be a foul call.
The clock is still ticking.
Yeah, if we want to look at this game clock right now, it's really just a running clock right now. Just really, developing and sort of, just letting the game run out because they know the game's almost over.
So yeah, St. Pat's looking to just finish this game out, what we like to call the Mike Bailey special, just run out the clock and hopefully get this win. We're up 66-24. Adam Cloutier on the inbounds. Looking to get it in, gets it in. And here we go, the Mike Bailey special begins. Running out the clock, pass a couple passes, and driving it on the layup. And there is a whistle blown. Let's see what the call will be. Oh, and another Shamrock inbounds. So they get it into John Ernst, Adam Cloutier gets it into John Ernst over to 40, which is Will Zoo. We said we were just getting his first action, and on the rebound we have number 20, and that is Bryant Hanley with his first action, first bucket of the game. And that will wrap it up, folks. I am Jeffrey Schultz, class of 2020.
I'm Jack Werner, class of 2020.
And we hope you've had a great time here tonight with the Shamrock win 68-24, a 42-point victory here.
Yeah, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining us through our pregame, through the actual game, and a little bit for this thank you after the game. Of course, we wouldn't be able to do this without some help behind the scenes, including James Stoll, class of 21, Patty Lewis, class of 21, Kenton Doyle, class of 23, who all had different jobs: audio detector for James, technical director for Patty, camera operator for Kenton, and a huge thanks for our producer and director, Mr. Doyle. Of course, we can't do this without him. He's the founder of this. We can't do anything without him. Of course, you're
Jeffrey Schultz, class of 2020.
And I'm Jack Werner, class of 2020. And again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you hopefully tomorrow when St. Pat's takes on Loyola.
Stanley Hall and happy holidays.